You must be exhausted.
At the moment, I'm still full of energy. Like yesterday, it was so perfect. Like for 3 years long, I've been trying to reach Sydney. Had no idea how viable or you cannot cover long distances. So I do my bit to prove the opposite, and by doing something which really speaks to the imagination, which is driving an electric car from Amsterdam to literally the other side of the world.
Yeah, one of those issues is range anxiety, right? And you even faced a few times when your battery ran out in the middle of nowhere. How did you overcome that, and how could the world overcome such issues?
Yeah, well, actually, that problem I only encountered in Australia. In the previous 32 countries and 60,000 kilometers, it happens only once. In the vast distance of Australia, it happened a few times. My car is a first-generation electric vehicle. It has a range of 200 kilometers. So at some point, I just knew, like, today I'm going to drive and I'm not going to make it. So I knew I need to get a tow from someone to make it. So yeah. To cover that, we should start the uptake of electric vehicle charging stations also in the more rural places of Australia.
So you went through 30-plus countries in this 1,000-day-plus journey. Tell us about some of the differences that you saw in every region when it comes to the ready availability of these charging stations, not to mention the mindset of people towards electric vehicles.
Having crossed 33 countries, I saw difference everywhere. And it's interesting to see that every region is kind of different. Like Europe is a bit ahead, but there's still European countries where the uptake is going very slow. Also, like there's a bit new Asian countries like Malaysia, where there is a fast covering network of charging stations, but hardly any electric vehicles. And so there are a lot of differences at the moment, and where you can see that it's most developed, it's mostly because governments have been giving it a push by giving incentives to electric car drivers, and then you see that it's a bit like both the public and the corporate that both together give the push, which develops the network countries in various countries.
From your experience now, having almost essentially wrapped up the trip, what kind of lessons learned and what suggestions would you have for policymakers to make this more mainstream and adoptable? So I think, like, at the moment, EVs really need a push, and I think governments could give incentives to make it more attractive for consumers to start driving electric. Can either be by giving incentives like let you park a car for free inside of the CBD, or give incentives like cutting taxes on electric cars, or making it available to charge for free inside of cities. And I think you see that in countries like Norway, where the government has been giving like big incentives like that, and that's where the uptake is also going really quick.